chosen one. That fire within you is such a flame that neither narrow molds nor fading minds can stop it. You are like a powerhouse, carrying the essence of the stars on your shoulders. With every step, you change the vibration of the universe, sending light to the center of darkness. The more they try to limit you, the more your energy multiplies. Those who envy you, those who cannot understand you, are afraid to see your true potential. And in this moment, right now, a storm of inspiration breaks out. Your voice becomes louder, your posture becomes unshakable. The power in your heart inspires everyone. Are you ready? Write 555 in the comments now, because you are the mighty one who shatters borders, overturns obstacles, and shakes the atmosphere with your greatness. Picture a single candle in a veranda at midnight, its gentle flame standing firm against the hush of shadows, drawing every curious moth home to its warming glow. That's the essence of your journey, chosen one, a beacon born to pierce the dark. Like a lone lighthouse standing firm against crashing waves, your presence cuts through confusion and draws everyone toward truth. Imagine a single sunflower turning its head toward the dawn, soaking up every ray until the whole field follows its lead. That's exactly what's happening now. Those distorted reflections they tried to pin on you are falling away, and your true light is guiding everyone home. You've weathered their storms of rumor and half-truths, and while they scrambled to keep you trapped in their narratives, God was busy amplifying your voice. Now, policies shift in your wake because honesty beams from you like a signal tower on a hill. Workplaces once choked by office politics now breathe easier under your steady influence, as rules bend to match the integrity you embody. Families fractured by misunderstanding find their fractures sealed when compassion flows from your lips. Your words are like gentle rain that nourishes parched soil, restoring peace where division reigned. So stand tall, beloved. Keep turning toward that rising sun of purpose. Every step you take, every word you speak, fans the flames of hope in hearts once dimmed by doubt. The field of souls around you is waking up, aligning like sunflowers after the dawn, because your example reminds them of a higher standard. Your chosen light has become the beacon that rallies the weary, restores the broken, and charts a course toward collective blessing. And in that unfolding story, you'll see how the simple act of shining authentically can transform an entire world. You've weathered their whispers, their half-truths, and you've stood tall like that sunflower, roots anchored deep in purpose. Now, as their masks slip and their stories unravel, your authenticity shines so brightly that even the skeptics can't help but turn toward your radiance. Every cynical comment, every sly rumor, they all melt away when set against the warmth of your integrity. This isn't just about vindication, it's about elevation. When you step into a room, protocols shift. Office policies realign themselves around fairness because your presence radiates honesty, like a lighthouse casting safety across turbulent seas. Broken family ties begin to mend at the sound of your voice, because your words carry compassion that softens hardened hearts. Congregations rediscover direction when you speak, because your testimony resonates with authority, carved by trial and tempered in grace. You're not merely surviving a smear campaign, you're scripting a revival. Think of your influence as a fresh breeze blowing through a stifled hall, opening windows long sealed, letting in encouragement, clarity, and vision. Each person you touch finds themselves inspired to stand taller, speak kinder, and believe bolder. And yes, it all started with one decision: to keep your light on. No matter how fierce their storms, you refused to dim your devotion, your generosity, your hope. You held fast to the truth that God preserved you through fire for a purpose far greater than any petty feud. Now, equipped with that steadfast spirit, you carry a microphone of credibility strong enough to broadcast healing where gossip tried to burn bridges. Picture your words as seeds cast upon fertile ground, policies reshaped, relationships rebuilt, dreams awakened. Your strategy isn't combative, it's catalytic. You're not here just to silence the noise, but to fill the silence with anthem. An anthem of mercy, triumphing over accusation, of restoration, outshining ruin. So keep turning toward the dawn, beloved. Let your testimony be that sunflower's face, ever choosing the light. As you bloom, an entire field of hearts will follow your lead, turning away from the withered lies of yesterday and toward the bright horizon you reveal. The rigged game is over, and a new chapter begins, written in bold, kingdom letters by the hand of the one who called you chosen. Just like a lone salt lamp glowing softly on a windowsill in the dead of night, casting a steady, gentle light that chases away every shadow. You've shone so brightly through their tangled web of accusations. They spun wild stories to make you look reckless when you raised your voice in truth, then turned around and whispered that you were secretive when you chose silence. Your hearty laugh became too boisterous, your quiet moments too frosty. Every move you made felt like stepping across a tightrope strung over a canyon of judgment. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom. For you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. But listen, friend, those patchwork lies, they stitch together, crumble under the weight of the simple seed God planted in your heart long before they even thought to question you. Their fabrications are nothing more than brittle threads, ready to snap the moment daylight of your authenticity hits them. When you stand firm in your God-given identity, there's no room for their smoke screens. You see, they tried to catch you in a no-win trap. Speak up, and you're too loud. Stay calm, and you're emotionless. Show joy, and they call it mockery. Show sorrow, and they brand it melodrama. It's like watching a carnival sideshow mirror reflect someone else's face back at you, distorted and unrecognizable. But you're not defined by their twisted glass. You're defined by the unchanging reflection of heaven's own image. God didn't carry you through the fire so you could be swayed by every critic's whisper. He forged in you a mountain-strong character that stands firm when the storms of gossip swirl all around. Your integrity isn't a trend they can hashtag or dismiss with a rumor. It's the bedrock that holds every promise God's ever spoken over your life. Now, as those false accusations fall away like autumn leaves in the breeze, your true self stands before the world, rooted, unshakable, radiant with divine authority. Their attempt to dim your light has only revealed how bright you glow. So lift your head, chosen one, and let your voice ring out in confidence. Speak with the power of one who knows their worth comes from above, not from the fleeting opinions of people. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Every whispered lie against you is an opportunity for your faith to rise higher. Every cold shoulder is a chance to respond with warmth that melts icebergs of hostility. Every closed door is an invitation to step into a new blessing that they couldn't even imagine. Your path is not determined by their false narratives, but by the script heaven has written for you. Hold fast to that truth. The tapestry of their accusations will unravel in the hands of the one who authored your life. What they meant for harm, God will use for your good, strengthening your roots, widening your reach, and amplifying your testimony. You're not just surviving their schemes. You're launching a new season of God's favor that silences the crowd and magnifies your purpose. As solid as a granite lighthouse perched against crashing waves, you stand immovable in the face of their grand illusion. They tried to deal you a losing hand, convinced they could spin your character into a carnival of distorted reflections, whispering that you were too daring, too reserved, too jubilant, too aloof. Yet every label they slapped on you has dissolved like mist in morning sunlight. Their mirrors have cracked, their deck has been shuffled back into the box, and the house of cards they built on your reputation has tumbled to the floor. You refuse to dance to their deceptive tune. When they tried to bait you into their charade, beckoning you to match their low-frequency chatter, you chose instead to anchor yourself in a higher truth. Your integrity shines like a beacon, realigning every warped narrative back toward authenticity. In boardrooms and breakrooms alike, policies will bend to your steady presence, because people sense when someone walks in, step with divine purpose. In living rooms and at kitchen tables, fractured relationships will find their healing chord as your words of grace recalibrate the atmosphere. In pews and prayer circles, pastorless visions will find clarity as your testimony, tempered by trial, speaks with the weight of heavenly endorsement. This isn't merely about exposure, it's about elevation. God didn't carry you through the fire so you could unleash a withering response. He preserved you so you could pour out healing. When the dust settles and the curtain falls on their slander, you'll step forward with a microphone of credibility forged in the crucible of your trial. That voice of yours will do more than defend. It will reconstruct. Corporate guidelines will be rewritten under your influence. Family feuds will heal in the melody of your reconciliation and the vision of every gathering place. From small home group to grand sanctuary will be refocused by the power of your witness. Remember, what they meant for your downfall becomes the platform for your miracle. Every twisted message thread they archived as ammunition now serves as a stepping stone for your vindication. Each manipulated screenshot they shared to erode your confidence has granted you a story of triumph to share. The microscope they trained on your flaws will magnify the strength of your character when the light of truth shines upon every falsehood. You've endured every spin, every accusation, every whisper crafted in the shadows, and you remain unshaken. That alone declares you chosen, equipped to demonstrate that genuine authenticity not only survives defamation, but transforms it into a catalyst for blessing. So hold your head high. Let their crumbling accusations fall like autumn leaves around you. Your identity, hand-carved by divine love before the dawn of time, cannot be tarnished by human chatter. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. Now, with faith as your compass and grace as your guide, speak the words of restoration. Let your life rewrite the policies of the workplace, harmonize the hearts of your household, and illuminate the path for those still wandering in the darkness of doubt. You're not just a survivor of their smear campaign. You are the author of its final chapter, writing in bold, covenantal ink the story of a chosen one whose light could never be dimmed. Imagine your words as a river of molten gold, carving fresh channels through parched stone and bringing new life wherever they flow. You're not merely weathering their smear campaign, you're rewriting the ledger of destiny itself. When you step into a meeting room, policies begin to pivot toward justice, as if your very presence whispers fairness into the hushed corners. Your patience, honed like polished steel, turns every accusation into harmless dust, while your prayers infuse every breath with purpose. You won't just clap back, you'll bless back. Your testimony, seasoned in quiet perseverance and steeped in unwavering faith, becomes a clarion call that reshapes the rules. Watch as boardroom agendas bend toward transparency the moment your voice enters the room. Notice how family conversations, once tangled in tension, soften and realign under the gentle weight of your mercy. In your hands, words become healing potions, mending fractured relationships and bridging divides that seemed permanent. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. And when you step into the sanctuary, expect the walls themselves to lean in, attentive to the vision you carry. Your story isn't just heard, it ignites hope. Pastors will pause mid-sermon, moved by the authenticity you embody. Congregations will rise, not in mere applause, but in the unity of shared conviction. You are not simply surviving the slander, you are authoring the next chapter in bold, kingdom script ink, one where integrity reigns, compassion leads, and destiny bows to the will of the one who called you forth. Stand firm, chosen one. The moment for reaction has passed. The season for restoration has arrived. In every sphere you touch, from cubicles to dining tables to altar rails, your voice will rewrite the narrative. Because you are more than a survivor. You are the architect of revival, the living proof that light never fades when it's fueled by faith. Like a towering oak standing firm amid raging storms, your integrity shines as a signal through the darkest night. A beacon for weary souls seeking refuge, and a warning to every whispering storm cloud that dares to gather against you. So listen closely, beloved. You haven't merely weathered their mudslinging, you've turned the table completely. Wherever you step, the boardroom feels a subtle tremor as crooked policies realign themselves around your honesty. Conversations in family rooms, once fractured by bitterness, now find a new current of grace flowing through them, because mercy blossoms on your lips like fresh spring rain. And in every pew, where vision once wandered aimlessly, your testimony drops anchor, steady, sure, and carved by the fires you've already passed through. You emerge from that trial, not hardened, but refined, more compassionate, more courageous, more committed to sowing seeds of hope where they tried to uproot your faith. This isn't a moment for petty revenge or a clever clapback. It's a divine platform to restore what was stolen, to chart a new blueprint of integrity for tomorrow's boardroom decisions, living room conversations, and Sunday morning blessings alike. Your words will rebuild trust in business deals, heal family rifts at the dinner table, and sharpen the vision in every church house you enter. You're the living proof that God didn't drag you through the flames just to see you emerge untouched. He carried you through so you could carry His blessing forward. The same God who kindled your resolve when you felt most battered is now handing you the megaphone of credibility, and with it, you'll speak new policies into existence, cultivate unity in splintered homes, and chart fresh maps of purpose in every congregation you serve. No more hiding in the shadows of their gossip. No more tiptoeing around their traps. You're drafting the next chapter, bold, unedited, and kingdom-lettered, declaring that your destiny is greater than any smear they could craft. The next time doubts swirl, remember, you are the vault of unshakable truth, the living covenant of promise, the chosen instrument through which hope itself will find a voice. And as you walk forward, know this: every step you take reshapes the world around you into a reflection of the grace you carry. Like a lighthouse beaming through a midnight storm, your integrity cuts through every dark scheme and lights the path toward divine justice. So hear this: you're not just outlasting the smear, you're flipping the ledger on its head. Every policy that once bowed under the weight of gossip will now bend toward truth wherever you walk, because your character broadcasts honesty like a beacon refusing to dim. Mercy flows from your lips like a healing river, smoothing over family rifts and restoring broken bonds. Where division once stood, unity will rise, for your words carry the power to realign hearts, transforming cold distances into warm embrace. In boardrooms and break rooms alike, your testimony carries the authority of one refined by fire, steering decisions toward compassion and fairness. Your voice isn't merely a reaction, it's a catalyst for lasting change. Picture a single seed cracking open the hardest earth. That's your message, germinating hope in places long thought barren. Church walls will reverberate with renewed vision as your story ignites fresh purpose. Office corridors will whisper of new standards as your example rewrites outdated rules. You're not simply surviving the slander, you're drafting the next chapter in bold kingdom letters. Beloved, this is more than vindication. It's a divine calling to rebuild what was broken. Where rumors tried to burn bridges, your testimony will lay beams of restoration. Where lies sought to dim your light, your steadfast faith will kindle a bonfire of transformation. The atmosphere itself shifts when you speak. Policies that once oppressed now uplift. Relationships once frayed now flourish. Think of a single pebble dropped into still water. Its ripples travel farther than the eye can see. That's your influence right now, spreading mercy through boardrooms that forgot kindness, through households that yearn for genuine connection, through hearts desperate for hope. The narrative they tried to write about you, filled with half-truths and hidden motives, will be rewritten in radiant kingdom script, a story of purpose, of healing, of divine elevation. God didn't preserve you through the fire so you could merely clap back. He's kept you to become a bridge builder, a peacemaker, a vessel of grace. When the final curtain falls on their slander, you'll stand with a platform of credibility strong enough to restore vision in every sphere you enter. Your assignment transcends exposure. Your mission is to bless back, to sow seeds of truth in fields fallow from deceit. So raise your voice, beloved chosen one, and let every whispered lie be drowned out by the roar of redeemed destiny. Policies will realign, families will reconcile, churches will awaken, all because your word carries the weight of heaven's authority. You aren't just rewriting your own story, you're scripting the revival of every life your light touches. Hallelujah to the power that sustains you. Now go forth and let that power reshape the world. So stand tall, beloved. Your reflection is no longer tangled in crooked glass. The only image that remains is the one God engraved on your soul before the world began. Now let that light blaze. Let that truth roar. Let that authority shine. The crooked stage has collapsed. The new set is yours to script. May your testimony blaze trails of freedom for every soul who's been ensnared by darkness. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially, far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord guide your path. You weren't spared the fire, so you could simply survive the burn. You were preserved so you could fuel a new furnace of hope. Every rumor they whispered, every half-truth they painted across your name, has backfired in glorious fashion. When you walk into a room now, policies bend toward integrity. Where gossip once corroded trust, your words rebuild bridges stronger than before. In offices stiff with politics, your presence brings balance. In families torn by discord, your gracious voice mends tears. In churches longing for revival, your testimony unleashes fresh vision. Don't just clap back, bless forward. Let your next chapter be written not with rebuttals, but with mercy. Hand out invitations to hope where they handed out accusations. Speak peace into places that once echoed with suspicion. Your microphone of credibility is a torch in the night. Use it to ignite renewal in every corner you touch. Remember, greatness isn't measured by how loudly you can defend yourself. It's shown by how broadly you can lift others. God didn't clear your name just to let you exit the stage. He cleared it so you could stand in the center and shine a beacon for those still searching in the gloom. Let your life be the sermon that no preacher can preach, a living testament to redemption and resilience. As the walls of their opposition crumble, let your foundation rise. You're not just reclaiming what was taken. You're building something greater. Offices will adopt new standards because you spoke truth. Boardrooms will redefine success because you showed integrity. Living rooms will embrace unity because you modeled reconciliation. The church house will rediscover its calling because your story echoes the age-old power of grace, untarnished by human failure. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Hold fast to that unshakable promise. The only reflection that matters is the one stamped on you before time began. Like a diamond formed under unimaginable pressure, your brilliance could only be revealed through the trials you endured. Every smear, every slander, every shadow was the crucible crafting your clarity. So rise in expectation, not in retaliation. Wear your scars like badges of honor. They mark the places where your faith was forged. Speak life into every wounded place. Let joy resound louder than their accusations ever rang. Your confidence is not in what you've overcome, but in the author who carried you through the flame. Now step onto your new stage, not for vengeance, but for victory. Write the script of healing where they wrote the script of hurt. Declare policies of compassion where they decreed punishment. Shine such a steady light that no whisper of ill will can survive. You carry the missile defense system of heaven, shielding the vulnerable, intercepting the lies, and launching truth that levels strongholds. Beloved, this is your moment. The heavy curtain of accusation has been drawn back. The world can finally see the original masterpiece, crafted by sovereign hands, unblemished by human hands. Let your life be the living anthem of a redeemed destiny. Let your voice roar like a trumpet across every valley of doubt. The crooked stage is gone. The new set is yours to script. May your testimony blaze trails of freedom for every soul still bound by shadow. And as you step forward, remember this: you are not just surviving the smear, you are architecting the Renaissance. Each promise you speak, each act of compassion you extend, each miracle you embody will become cornerstones of a new era. The sunflower's face, lifted to the sun, seeds a field of light. And so your life, surrendered to grace, sows harvests of hope across every horizon. You, chosen one, are the signal tower this generation has been waiting for.